Very warm welcome to the botany class. Dear student, in this session we are going to continue chapter 1, asexual and sexual reproduction in plants, in which pollination and its types. In the previous video itself we started self pollination and we discussed the adaptations which is seen in the flower follows self pollination. As you are aware, pollination is two types, namely self-pollination or autogamy. The second one, cross-pollination or allogamy. In this session, we will start cross-pollination or allogamy. Cross-pollination. Cross-pollination is nothing but transfer of pollen grains on the stigma of another flower. Cross-pollination is two types, namely geitonogamy and xenogamy. In geitonogamy, pollen deposits on another flower of the same individual plant. Generally, in geitonogamy, if you observe, it occurs in plants which shows monoecious condition. Monoecious condition in the sense both male and female sex organs present in the same flower. Geitonogamy generally it is functionally called cross pollination, but it is similar to that of autogamy because the pollen which comes from the same plant. So functionally geitonogamy is one type of cross pollination, but in general it is similar to that of autogamy because the pollen comes from same plant. The next is xenogamy. When the pollen deposits on the another flower of a different plant of the same species. So genetically the pollen is derived from different plant of the same species. If they transfer from anther to stigma of another flower is called xenogamy. Cross pollination has number of contraventions. Cross pollination has number of contraventions. Let us see. This mechanism of cross pollination helps to ensure pollination between the two different flowers which belongs to the same species. First one, dicliny or unisexuality. Dicliny or unisexuality. It means the plant which possesses either monoecious condition or dioecious condition. Monoecious, male and female flowers which brown on the same plant. Example, castor. See the castor, the lower there was an inflorescence, you can see the lower branch of the inflorescence in which male flowers are seen. The pink color structure which you are seeing in this slide which are called female flowers. So you can see the female flowers on the top, male flowers at the bottom. So male and female flowers which brown on the same plant is called monoecious. So the condition of the plant is monoecious, but the flowers generally showing unisexual. In this case, if you observe, autogamy is prevented, but geitonogamy takes place. What are the plants in which you can see coconut, bitter gourd, in which monoecious condition we can see. Plants like castor and maize, autogamy is prevented, but geitonogamy takes place. Next, dioecious. Male and female flowers which born on different plants. That means one parent having male flower alone, another parent which having female flower. So male plant and female plant found separately. Example, Borassus, Carica and Phoenix. Here both autogamy and geitonogamy prevented. So you can see the Carica papaya plant in which male plant in the left side and female plant with the fruit in the right side you can see. In dioecious, both autogamy and geitonogamy are prevented. The next one, monocliny or bisexuality. In the case of monocliny or bisexuality, in general, flowers are bisexual. These bisexual flowers have special adaptations to prevent self-pollination. So dicliny, in which flowers are unisexual. In the case of monocliny, flowers are generally bisexual. In this monocliny or bisexuality which is seen in the flowers, having special adaptations to prevent self-pollination. So what are the adaptations? First one, dichogamy. In bisexual flowers, anthers and stigma mature at different time. So in dichogamy, in bisexual flowers, anthers and stigma mature at different time. So self-pollination not possible in this condition. Based on the maturation of anther or stigma at first, where there are two conditions exhibits. One is called protandry, another is called protogamy. Protandry, proto earlier, andry male sex organ. Stamens of the flower mature earlier. So stamens of the flower mature earlier than the stigma of the flower. This condition is exhibited in Helianthus anus, that is sunflower. Another one is called clerodendron. Another one, protogyny. Proto, first, gyny, female sex organ. The stigma mature earlier than the stamens of the flower. Both the protogyny and protandry, if you observe, anther and stigma never mature at the same time. They mature at different time. So these two flowers, these two conditions in which the flowers maturation of anther and stigma at different times, which naturally prevents self-pollination. So only cross-pollination alone is possible. Protogyny, which observed in Aristolochia bracteata and Scarpularia nodosa. Next you can see the picture of protandry and protogyny. So protandry and protogyny, where you are observing the first one, protandry condition, which is in clerodendron. Stamens mature first. In protogyny, if you observe, stigma mature at first. So the flower of clerodendron, in which the protandry condition, the flower of Scarpularia, in which protogyny condition you can see. So dichogamy is seen in bisexual flowers in which anther and stigmas mature at different times to preventing the self-pollination. Hence dichogamy, in which two types found, protandry and protogyny. Protandry, in which anthers matures or stamen mature earlier than the stigma. In protogamy, stigma mature earlier than the stamens of the flower. Now, next which we are going to see, hercogamy. In bisexual flowers, the essential organs which are called stamens and stigma are arranged in a particular way so that the self pollination become impossible in some plants. Bisexual flowers of some plants in which the essential organs, stamens and stigma which are arranged in different way, so self pollination is not possible. Observe these two pictures. The first one is which is called this picture in which the flower, the plant which belongs to that is called Gloriosa superba. In this flower, if you observe very carefully, stamens are here, they are far away from the stigma. Okay, so in this flower, self pollination is not possible. In Gloriosa superba, the style reflects away from the stamens, so that they are not possible to carry out self pollination. Due to the arrangement of sex organs where it does not helps for the self pollination. In Hibiscus rosa sinensis, if you observe, stamens which are yellow in color in numerous number found below the stigma. Stigma is just above the stamens. So the hibiscus plant stigma is projected far above the stamens, so self pollination is not possible. The next condition is called as heterostyle. Heterostyle. In some plants, they produce 2 or 3 different forms of flowers that are differ in their length of the stamen and the style. Pollination will take place only between the organs which have the same length, but not all the plants. Some plants they produce 2 or 3 different forms of flowers, so that the length of the stamens and style is different. In such cases, there are some adaptations are seen to carry out cross pollination. The first one, distyle. Distyle condition is observed in plant Primula. The plant which produces 2 forms of flowers, which you can see, one is pin or long style, which you can observe at the A. The pin or long style having long stigmatic papillae, which has very short stamens and small pollen grains. Whereas another form called thrum-eyed or short style, you can see the short style, ovary with the style and stigma. The style is very short. Small stigmatic papillae, long stamens and large pollen grains. The first form is called a pin or long form. The second one is called thrum-eyed or short style. In pin form, they have a long style and long stigmatic papillae with short stamens and small pollen grains. Thrum-eyed in which short style and a small stigmatic surface. In Primula, this condition is commonly exists. The stigma of the thrum-eyed flower and anther of the pin which lie in the same level, to bring the pollination. Similarly, anther of the pin which lie in the same level Similarly, the anther of the thrumite and the stigma of pin ones which are found in same height. So thrumite flowers with the stigma and the anther of the pin line which is on the same level to bring out the pollination. Similarly, anther of the thrumite which is in the second picture, okay, in which the anther is here. Stigma of the pin one which is found in the same height. So stigma of the pin style and the anther of the thrum plant where they have a possible for the cross pollination because they found in the same height. So this distylic condition helps in effective pollination in primula. The next one, tristyly. In this condition, the plants are producing three kinds of flowers with respect to the length of the style and the stamen. Here, pollen from the flowers of one type can pollinate only other two types, but it is not possible on their own type. So tristyly condition in which plant produces three kinds of flowers with respect to the length of the style and the stamens. So pollen from one flower or pollen from one type of flower can pollinate to other two types of the flower but not their own type. Example, Lathairam. The next one, self-sterility or self-incompatibility. What is called self-sterility or self-incompatibility? In some plants, when pollen grains of a flower reaches the stigma of the same, it is unable to germinate or prevented to germinate on its own stigma. This will lead to the cross pollination only. So pollen grains of a flower, when they reach the stigma of the same flower, it is unable to germinate or it may be prevented to germinate of its own stigma. Such cases the flower is undergoing only cross pollination. Cross pollination which observed in which Abutilon and Passiflora. So self-sterility which is seen in Abutilon and Passiflora, in which generation of pollen grain on its own stigma will be prevented. It's a kind of a genetic mechanism. It prevents the germination of pollen grain of the same flower on the stigma of its own flower. Dear students, in this video we discuss several adaptations which is seen in cross pollination. In the next class we are going to continue agents of pollination. Thank you, children.